And I've been in the network marketing business for the last 15 years, off and on, but more invested in the last 5 years. And before that, or even during the same time, I've been an entrepreneur for the last 25 years. All different types of businesses I've been involved in. I've been involved in franchising, licensing, bricks and mortar type of businesses, home-based businesses, all different types of businesses. And I've also had jobs in between. So I've definitely experienced a wide variety of ways of making money, really, to be honest. And especially being a single mom of a special needs child, I had to stay home for 4 years and was not able to go to work, was not able to have a job and whatnot, and was actually on welfare so that I could be able to take care of him and his needs, because I couldn't afford to get the right caregivers for him. And so that's what got me into network marketing in the first place, because I wanted to find a way that I could make money from home and still be able to care for him. So especially in the last 5 years, there have been some really, really great changes happening in network marketing being a lot more widespread, a lot more easily accessible, and a lot more varied. So it's not just one type anymore. So this is a recording that I have promised many of you that I would make, and it's about the business that I do today, which I'm thrilled with. It's a whole new concept. I'm actually just going to go ahead and get started right away, because I know your time is valuable. And please forgive me, because this is a little bit new for me. So doing this whole Zoom thing. So I'm just gonna get this all figured out. Okay. And I don't know what that is, but I'm just gonna close it. Here we go. Okay. Let's get started. So I'm just gonna keep it like this so that some people can actually read my lips, especially for those that are hearing impaired, because I'm actually hearing impaired myself. So I know that lip reading is really, really critical and helpful. So here we go. Yay! I'm on a roll. Okay. So this is going to be about IBuum, this new company that has come out, which I've been really excited about. First, I need to give you a disclaimer, because the success of the business is only as good as the person who actually works it. So for example, if you decide to do this business and you decide to send out 5 codes, and you come back and you say, Meg, I sent out 5 codes. How come I'm not a millionaire yet? Because you actually got to work the business. It's just like a gym membership. I'm sure you've heard this before. The gym membership only works when you go to the gym and use the equipment. So we had this disclaimer here to basically say that we can't make any promises, but it's basically based on how much effort you put into. That will determine how much money you will make out of it. So the first thing I'm going to talk about, so this just happened last week, so we're really, really excited, because the company's only been around for about 7 months now, and Edwin Haynes, amazing guy, has made $20 million in sales in his first 6 months. He's officially in the Millionaire Club, so he's making $1 million doing this, and he has just done this by sharing what we do online. Like he's done this all online. So it's really, really been great, because it shows that the ability to get to that level in a shorter amount of time is very plausible. Now moving on, so this is about the travel industry, and to keep in mind, this is only one aspect of the entire company, okay? But it is the largest aspect. So the travel industry is an $8 trillion industry. I can't even imagine that many zeros. And if you look very quickly here, you can see all the different countries and the tourism for those countries. And it shows how much money they're making just through tourism. For example, like the United States makes $33,000 a second, and of course, other countries are very popular. Like Asia makes $70,000 a second. So there's obviously more than enough to go around. So moving on here, I'm just going to move this out of the way. Here we go. Okay. You may not know this, but the travel booking industry is actually monopolized by 2 companies, okay? And there's a very similar industry monopolization, if you will, that's happening in the food industry, which means that the entire food that we eat are all owned by only 6 companies. We think that there's hundreds of companies out there. You go up higher, they're all owned by the company. So it's the same thing with the travel industry. They're all owned by basically two companies, okay? And you can see the various different named or other companies that they work under. And so that's important to know because we think that we are having companies compete against each other and not really. Okay, so moving on here. And I'm I'm just gonna stay here. I'll just pretend that's my body. So the way this works, I don't know if I can even move this part. Maybe not. So IBuum is a company that represents a wholesale travel booking platform. Okay, so the way that it works is that all travel that you see from different companies buy their packages, if you will, from a wholesale platform. Then they put a markup on it and then they sell it. Okay, so what we are doing is actually representing the wholesale platform. Okay, there's no middleman in the middle here. So we represent them. It's called Extreme. You can see down here. It's the actual travel company that we represent. And the cool thing that when you become a TSA, we call it TSA when you represent the company, you can actually get a much deeper discount. You can get access to trips and hotels that may not be available to the public. There's a lot that's happening with this travel platform. But remember when I said it's not just travel? If you look down here, we have another category, which is all about excursion, theme park. You can get shopping. So you can actually go online and book, like, for example, like a nail package, if you will. You can play golf. There's like a wine tour, restaurant savings that they have, all that kind of stuff. So it's more than just about traveling to Mexico. There's so much more to it than that. So that's what this engine is, and that's what we're representing. So moving on here. So I wanted to show you some price comparisons because this is what's really important. If you look at New York City, for example, a 4.5-star hotel is going on Expedia for $339 for the night. If you go to our platform, because remember, we're a wholesale platform, we're only charging $178. Okay, so that's almost a 50% savings that you're gonna have. Again, looking at Paris, there's a 4-star hotel in Paris. It's $444 a night. With our price, it's $130 a night, and you're saving 70%. Why is this important? Because this new concept in network marketing is about making money off of what people save, not what you sell. Make sense? So you're making there's an incentive for both people because the customer wants to save a lot of money. You want them to save a lot of money because that means more commissions in your pocket. And so that's what's really great about this whole new concept here. All right, here we go. I'm going to move on here. Hello. There we go. Okay. So remember I just said about it, the more that they save, the more that you make the commission. So how this works is when you're TSA, it's based on the package that you pick. Okay. So we have 3 different packages, and I'll talk about that later on in the video. And you can save, you can receive 50% of the savings. So if you remember, New York was, oh, let's see here. I remember. So New York was a savings of like $80, okay? So, no, $160. So that means that $80 goes in your pocket, okay? And the one with Paris was, it was $310, I think. That's $155 in your pocket because somebody used your code to book their trip to get more savings, and that's how you make your commission. Now, that's just through customers. I'll be explaining more about that later. So that's the model for that. And this is how you're going to do it. So when you're a TSA member, you're going to have access to a dashboard that looks like this. This is going to be your own personal website. You can, it'll tell you how many boomerangs you have. We call them boomerangs for obvious reason because we throw them out and they come back, right? So what you can do is you put in the name of the person who wants to have the savings, and then underneath it says expiration date. The expiration date, I made a kind of bit of a goof when I first started. I thought the expiration date was how much time they had to book their travel. It's how much time they have to use the code to activate their account. Lesson learned. So having said that, because I put down like 90 days, you've got 90 days to book. Yeah. So the reason why the expiration date is important is because these codes are valuable, okay? And when you send one out, if somebody doesn't use it, you want that code back, right? So that you can send it to somebody else who will use it. So I'm waiting 90 days. I'm still waiting for code to come back to me. But other codes have been used, so I don't have to worry about it. So when we do the expiration date, 1 to 3 days is the ideal time. And then on the next side, you can choose how you want to send the boomerang. You can send it through like Facebook Messenger. You can copy it to your clipboard and send it to a different platform like Instagram. You can send it as an email, whatever. And then when you send it, there's actually a detailed instruction that you can like copy and paste, attach it with the code. Because when you click on it, it's going to give you a code. You send them that code. You send the two together, boom, and they set it all up themselves, which is really cool. Now, if you don't want to initiate a new code every single time, because I totally get that, you can go to a group. If you look over here, it says group. Click on group. You can name the group whatever you want, doesn't matter. You can put down as many codes as you want in that group, and it gives you one code that you can send off. So for example, say you have like 10 friends that you want to send it to, but you don't want to initiate a new one each time. You just put in the one code for 10 people, and they all use the same code. Pretty cool, right? I thought that was very cool. All right, let's see here. So when they activate and create an account, this is what they're going to see. They go into this booking engine, and they can put in, if you see over here, I know it's a little bit small, that you can book a hotel, you can book like cruises, you can book whatever you want here. And when they put in what they want, it's going to pop up all the different places, and it's going to show you what the savings are. You can see right here, savings here, savings here. This is important for them to know how much money they're saving because they're booking wholesale, and also important for you to know so that you know how much commission you're going to get. Now, if they want to price compare, they can do it in real time. If you look down here, they can price compare to Expedia, to Booking, to Kayak, whatever, and it'll show you how much they're charging for the same place, like for example, a hotel, the same hotel for the same room, so there's no discrepancy there, and in real time as well. So you don't have to be going on to other websites and looking. You know what? IBuum does it for you right here and there. Moving on. Okay, so then this is how, so most people book one trip a year, let's say, to be conservative, okay? And using the IBuum platform, on average, they will most likely save about $600. So I've done some myself, some researching, and I did find some that were like $1,000 or $2,000 in savings. Okay, so, but we're going to be conservative. We're going to go with $600, okay? So say you have 10 customers, like your 10 friends who want the code. You give them the code, say they all book, okay? So that total, that savings equals $6,000, okay? Because we have 10 friends, they all save $600, that's $6,000 in savings. Depending on the package that you shoot at a TSA, obviously we're going to go with the maximum one. That's $3,000 in your pocket for sending a link and a code, and they just book the trip themselves. Okay, you didn't have to book it for them. You didn't have to go online and search anything. You didn't have to call the hotel. None of that stuff. They did it themselves. That's $3,000 in your pocket. That's how you can earn commission from customers. Okay, so there's another aspect to the business here. There you go. Now, I know you're probably thinking like 1,000 customers, Meg. Like, are you crazy? But here's the thing you need to think about. It's not necessarily 1,000 people that you personally know, okay? Because if you do, for example, a group code and a friend shares it with somebody else and a friend shares it with somebody else, and they booked it, you didn't send it to them, you didn't talk to them personally, but their friend passed it along. Make sense? So it wouldn't be much to take 1,000 customers. But here's the other thing. If you remember, we're not just a travel platform. We have excursions, we have shopping rewards, we have restaurant savings. So say your one friend decides to book 10 times using your account and code that you send, maybe to book 3 trips and then went to the restaurant 2 times and then like so forth and so on. Like there are different ways that you can have that 1,000 customers because they can be repeated as well. If you hit that number, then what happens is that using the average of $600 in savings per person or per booking, that's $600,000 in savings, and that's $300,000 in your pocket. Like that could be 1 month, that could be in 6 months, that could be in 1 year. It's up to you how you want to do this. So that's a very aggressive way of going after that. Now, we also offer with the company, because we work directly with the company, we also offer a 25% referral commission. So for example, say you have a hockey team or a cheerleading team, and there's a huge group that needs to book a certain hotel for a competition, okay? And then say, you also need to book like the band, right? Maybe you want a carpool, you want to book the band as well, okay? You can book a whole group. There's actually, when you become a TSA, there's actually a form that you can fill in and say, listen, we're doing a really big booking. Can you please process this? You fill it all in. The company Extreme takes care of it for you. Once you get it, and they deal with the customers, not you anymore. They go straight to the customer and say, okay, Meg told me that you wanted to book this hotel for like 25 people. Here's what we've got. And when they book, you get 25% commission of that. That's big. So when you think about 25 people booking a hotel, when I went on to do some major bookings myself, the maximum number I was able to get up to was, I think, 11 or 12. So this is more for like big, okay? But really great idea, because we have access to, like, if you look here on the list here, right? This is what you have access to, okay? So that's a really added bonus to have in there, okay? So when you become a TSA, becoming a TSA means building a team, okay? And when you build a team, that's a different model of income that you're going to be bringing in on top of the customers. So the customer is separate from the team, okay? So say you build a team, okay, of 50. Keep in mind, this is not you personally like you talking to 50 people, okay? Maybe you have a team and you started with like maybe 3 or 4, okay? But they're building their team too, right? And then their team, they're building teams. So everybody's building teams for everybody, right? So you can quickly get up to 50 people on your team without actually be working with 50 individual people, okay? So this is from a customer sales perspective only. So if they book trips, okay, if their teams are booking trips with their customers, if you look over here, a team of 50, okay, with 10 million customers each, will give you an average monthly income of $1,700, okay? And that works out to $20,000 a year. So just for sharing this business with, say, 3 or 4 people, and them kind of just working for you, if you will, and their team's working for them, and so forth and so forth, that's an extra $1,700 in your pocket, just for doing that. And that's with a team of 50. Now, if you look at a team of 1,000, again, it's not you personally doing 1,000. If you remember when I talked about Evan Haynes doing $1 million a year, right? He did not go out and actually go like, okay, I'm gonna like have 10, like, 1,000 TSAs personally. No, he had a team. His team created team. His team created team. So on. I think you get the picture. And so with their sales, they're able to bring in $34,000 a month, which comes out to just over $400,000 a year. And again, the way this business is set up, and this is why timing is so crucial, because the earlier you get in with this company, we just officially launched September 1st, okay? We were in pre-launch for 5 or 6 months before that. So the earlier you get in, the more you're able to build your team, because your team isn't just people who you are personally putting on or your team putting on, but other teams that are putting their teams on too. I know this sounds confusing, but one day I'll do a diagram and you'll be like, I get it. It makes a lot of sense. So keep in mind, okay, so this is to show you what our compensation plan is, okay? So these are the names that we have to run. Keep in mind, they could only for team income. This does not include your customer income as well, or the savings commission that you receive, because only for the team. So it just shows you a rough idea. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm covering part of that. I'll move that over. So this shows you like a rough idea of how much you can be earning. Now, this is per week, okay? So if you look at this is not per month, this is per week, because we pay weekly, okay? So most people, again, we're new, so we should study, but most people are in between the director and the Ruby, okay? So if you look at that, that is $1,500 a week up to $5,000 a week. So that's where most people are. We have a lot of people that are hitting the diamond, the blue diamond. That's what's getting up in there, and that's $20,000 to $30,000 a week. And I know the first time I thought this was like, is that even? Yeah, it actually is possible. Okay, here's the other thing to know about why you're able to make that kind of income per week. If you're familiar with most network marketing companies, they work on around 7D. So most companies let's go down to 7D, maybe 6, maybe 5. One company does 9. And what happens is that they start with a certain percentage. So let's just say 10% on the first level. By the time you get down to level, 5, 6, or 7, it's 2% commission. Not a lot. But then you're capped out. So anything below that, you don't make any commission on. IBuum, because I'll talk about it later, it's a PRIB, P-R-I-B. I'll talk about what that means. It's completely different. There is no limit. You go all the way down, and there's no decrease in percentages. So if you buy, like, say, the 10% package, you're going to be getting 10%. All the way down, okay? So I hope that makes a lot of sense as to why and how this is possible. Okay, again, remember I said we're not just, or Edwin Haynes actually said, travel is just the front door, is what he said. And it's true. We're not just a travel company, although that's a big portion of what we do. We also have, and it's actually coming, we've actually added it, the one is the ride share. So if you think of like Uber, Lyft, that's a ride share program. We are adding Uber, Lyft, ride share type of program to our platform. And then we're also going to be adding Cell Mobility to our platform. And our Cell Mobility plan is going to be an unlimited data plan at a wholesale price. So instead of paying like $200, you're going to be paying, like, say, maybe $75. So what happened is, and the idea with IBuum, and this is why this is such a new conceptual business and why this is such a big deal, because they're looking at the long range of creating one platform to have multiple different services, if you will, so that people aren't having to go to, like, their Groupon to get the restaurant rewards or to get the nail manicure stuff. People aren't having to book a hotel through one platform and then having to book their flight to another platform. And then, oh, wait, we got to rent the car, so let's go book a car from another. Too many different platforms to keep track of, right? They're putting it all in one. And then with the rideshare, people can use the same platform, the same account that they created to book their rideshare. And every time you have people, your friends, use a rideshare, you get a commission. Shoo-shoo, right? It's a really great idea. And the same thing with the Cell Mobility. So every time they pay their bill, you get a commission. As well as getting better prices, because that's the idea, to get better prices for our customers. So remember when I said PRIB, Perpetual Residual Income Builder, which means it's perpetual. It's going to keep going. There's no cap, there's no limit. It just keeps on going. All right, moving on here. So again, it's a new concept in network marketing, okay? The reason why it's a new concept is, one, because you're not depending on the sale of something to make your commission. You are providing a service, and anytime they save money on the service against the competitors, that's when you get money. So it's a win-win for both sides. And that's what I really like about this, as well as the fact that we're offering more than just one. It's not just one unilateral type of product or service or whatnot. We are offering a variety of different services in a variety of different fields. So maybe somebody's not interested in travel, but you can bet they have a cell phone and they want cheaper cell phone, right? You know that for sure. Or maybe somebody really relies on rideshare a lot, right? Because they're not going to rent a car, but they're going to use the rideshare a lot. So I like that there are different options to offer people. So Horton Bud, oh my God, this man is a cool dude. He's a cool dude. He's been in the business of network marketing for 30 years. Yeah, 30 years, I believe. And when he first started, he didn't do well, right? He did not do well. And a lot of it had to do with the company model, where it's very difficult to get to those high ranks with a lot of the network marketing company models that they have. And not to say it's impossible, but it's just very difficult with the old school model. So Holton Bud, when he was in network marketing, he realized that the old models were not working, and were not creating a lot of success for a lot of people. Success for some people, but not a lot of people. And that was really frustrating for him. So which is how he came to create the IBuum and the PRIB model. So that way more people can be successful and it's not just limited to a few. And I've never personally met the man, but I've read a lot about him. And I've also got to see him on some of the Zooms that we have. And he's a really, really cool, down-to-earth dude. Definitely want to check him out and hear about him. He's really cool. Oh, so I love a company that can give back, okay? Because it means that they're thinking about more than just themselves, and that's really important to me. So here's the cool thing. Every time you send out a boomerang code and it gets activated, it actually automatically supports two, it's a childhood like poverty, hunger charity organizations that we support. So there's two of them. The one is Manna Worldwide, and the other one is Children International. Children International. So those are the two. And what those two charities do is that they provide free meals to those that are in poverty. And so every time you have a customer that activates the code, it automatically sends a meal to one of those two charities to children. I love that. I really love that because that's really important. It's to be able to give back. So when you become a TSA, you get a lot, okay? You get access to a lot. You get to receive a lot to help you become super successful. So when you get your website, this is what you can have access to, okay? If you can see here, you got your dashboard, you got your report. This is where you can get your boomerang to give to your customers. It'll tell you what your commissions are. This is the e-wallet where all of your money will go into, and you can transfer it to your personal account if you want. We have all of the tools, the resources, the videos, the training. They have a buy voucher. So you can look into that if you ever want to buy a voucher for something. And then this tells you your placement, your team placement, so you can see how you're doing. And this is important because when you make your money, it's going to be based off of the volume that you receive from all the different teams, okay? So that's going to be really important. So that's really cool when they have that. So they have a lot of resources to give you. Here we go. So again, more TSA resources. So another page that we have is called the IBuum Hub, which is right up here. And that's where you can really get all of your learning material. If you want to buy some IBuum and stuff, they actually have some really cool stuff. If you want to see what events are coming up with IBuum, this is more like for business related stuff, okay? And you're also going to access to a Saturday flight school. Okay, I got to tell you, again, I've been in network marketing for quite a long time. The thing that I am learning in this business with IBuum blow my mind. And yet they're so simple, which is the point where I feel like such an idiot sometimes. They're so simple, but they're so effective. So when you hear the adage, work smarter, not harder, this is why this business is really, really good and successful. Because in other businesses, I felt like I've had to work harder all the time to get where I want to go. And that can be very demoralizing and can make you feel kind of like, ugh, I'm never going to get anywhere. Here, oh my God, I call them golden nuggets because they are such smart strategies, smart insights, just smart processes in general. And the Saturday flight school is critical to that. You don't want to miss it. It's in the morning. Every Saturday morning. It's actually based out of CST time, so it's actually an hour later for us if you're on the Eastern Standard Time. Yay! So you get to sleep in a little bit. So don't miss those. We also have weekly Zooms. So a lot of times our leaders will just hop on and do a Zoom to give us a lot more strategies and insights on how we can really be successful. And there's also IBuum events that they do. Again, it's a new company, so we just started doing events, but you can always find other IBuum places to go to. If you have somebody who's like, oh, she's really interested in wanting to be a TSA, like, where can I send her? She wants to actually talk to somebody in person. We have events available for that. So, what's now? So these are all the people who have showed savings. It shows you in here. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but it shows people who have saved money and how much they've saved working with that. And okay, so now we're getting to the nitty gritty, because I know you're thinking, okay, Meg, how much does it cost? Because I want to know. Because we all know every business requires an investment, okay? The key thing about investment that makes it worthwhile is the ROI, the return on the investment. That's what you're going to want to know and learn and study and research, no matter what company you go with, okay? So the first thing to know is that everybody gets the standby package. I know I'm blocking it with my thing, but it's this thing here, okay? $49 a month. Everybody gets a standby package. The thing if it can make it easier to understand, it's like a gym membership. You know how with a gym membership, you pay your admission fee or your enrollment fee, okay, you pay that. And then every month you have a monthly membership. And the monthly membership is based on the package that you choose. So there's the basic package, okay, which, you know, the basic package that the gym might let you look at the towel. Okay, I'm going to use the towel because the towel is a really big deal in the gym business. It lets you look at the towel. Then the next package might be like the deluxe package. So now you can touch the towel, but you can't use it. And then, of course, we have the top range, which is the premium, which will let you touch the towel, use the towel, and get all the amazing benefits of being a membership of that gym. Make sense? Okay. So we have a very similar setup here. Because, again, it's all based on what people are looking for, what they want to get. So our enrollment fee is the $49.95. Keep in mind, this is in U.S. prices, okay? So if you're Canadian, keep that in mind. And you're not going to get a return on investment on that, okay? You can be able to sell a few codes, and then that's pretty much it. Because you get a limited number of codes. I think, what does it say here? You get 5. You get 5 codes. So you're not going to get very far with that. So then the next part is the actual packages. So the coach is like the basic package, like I talked about with the tower. You can look at it. You can't touch it. You can't use it, but you can look at it. And the thing to know is that when you get your booking engine, it's only for hotels, flights, and rental cars, okay? So that means, like, if somebody wants to, like, know about, like, somebody wants to book, like, a cruise, or if somebody wants to book, like a restaurant savings or whatever, you're not going to make commission on that, okay? It's only for this, and you get 10%, okay? And that's it. The business class is the next level up. So, yes, they have cruises, so you can have access to that. And you get 12%, and you also get a 1-week pre-sale. So anytime there's like a pre-sale going on, you get 1 week notification of that sale before anybody else does. And I'll be honest, it's decent, but you're not going to get the most out of it, especially since it's just a small step up from coach. First class, if you look here, you're going to get all of this, plus all of this, and then all of this, which means anything that's on the IBuum platform, you're going to get a commission on it, okay? If they put it on the platform, you're getting a commission for it, okay? So you're not restricted. So, because it would really stop if you have a coach package and you have a customer that books, you know, like a cruise, or if they book like a lifestyle accommodation or something, and you don't make any commission. That would really stop. Now, I know you might be looking at the dual team thinking like, oh, 10% versus 15%. So dual team means what you make off of your team sales, okay? And the difference between 10 and 15% may not sound like a lot unless it's taxes. If it's taxes, then it definitely does sound like a lot. But I'm going to show you an example here about why that 5% does make a big difference, okay? Because I did the math. So say you get to the 1 level. If you remember the whole list of the levels, one of them was executive director up in the beginner level. So that's based off of $10,000 in team sales, okay, or 10,000 points in team sales, okay? That 5% is a difference of $500 a month, okay? That equals $6,000 a year, okay? Maybe some of you are like, yeah, but here's the thing. You pay the difference between coach and first, which is a difference of $750 US. But still, $750 US, you get that back, plus you get an extra $5,200 in your pocket US. So not only do you get that money back, but you also get a lot more of that. I'm going to go up to the next level just to kind of show you why what you decide today makes a big difference down the road. Next level. So say the 10,000, okay? No, sorry, 40,000. Ruby level, 40,000. That's $2,000 a month. That's 5% different. Okay, that's not your total. That's your 5% different. Okay, because your actual total at 15% is something like $6,000 or something like that. That's per month, which works out to $24,000 a year extra. The difference between coast and first class is $24,000 a year in your pocket. My business. And I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna up even higher. Okay, because the diamond level is what a lot of people are kind of like either going for or they've already hit it. Right. That's where we are at. So that's $200,000 a month. That's $10,000 a month difference. The difference between coach and first class. It's a $10,000 extra dollars a month. That equals $120,000 a year. So when I first signed up, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna just do coach, because I don't have a lot of money, and I'll figure it out. No, because I'm losing out on $120,000 a year for not forking over an extra 700 damn baht. So I'm not thinking, that's not a good idea. So this I can talk more about. If you ask me questions or if you message me, I can definitely talk more about this, because it can be very, it can be very, I don't want to say confusing because it's not confusing. It's very straightforward. It's very simple. But trying to explain about how you're making money and stuff like that, I'm happy to answer a lot of questions on that. Let's see here. I'm just going to show this really quickly. So within 4 months, I think, of the business, I've actually, the pre-launch, they put an event together because there were so many people joining so quickly that they decided to put together like a summit, like an event kind of thing. So this is the summit that they had in Vegas. They had it back in August, and I signed up September, so I missed out. But these are actually people that I know. Okay, so this is Mr. Alex Lee here and his wife, Jennifer Lee. Lloyd Williams. If you ever see a Zoom or a flight school with Lloyd Williams, get on it. Get on it. This guy, he's just so smart. This is Mr. Clay Fishman here. He's a hoot. And, this is my friend Cameron. So I actually got into this business because of Cameron, because he started way before I did. And already within 4 months, hit $20,000 a month income. And I was just like, if my friend Cameron can do it, I'm in. And I have other friends in here. I can't seem to. Oh, there's Lisa, my girl Lisa. But yeah, there's a few people that I recognize in here. So it's really cool. And we have another event coming up. We have to book another event already. And it's in spring 2020. I believe it was March. And yeah, so that's going to be our big event to bring everybody together to listen to Holstenberg, to listen to Edwin Haynes, to listen to all these like great people. And one more thing about that, what made really big news the other day is if you're familiar with network marketing, you're familiar with like the top 5 people in like the world who are like the network marketing king and queen. One of them is Johnny Wimbrey. So I highly encourage you to Google him, Johnny Wimbrey. He joined IBuum. And he kept it secret because he didn't want anybody to know at first and make a big deal about it. But he finally publicized that he had joined IBuum, and that's how he's been making his money lately. Big deal. So Google him, Johnny Wimby, because he's a big hot shot in the network marketing industry. And for him to think that I make business sense to join IBuum, I'm like, okay, he's obviously on the right path. I'm obviously on the right path. So here's the, I want you to look at, there's 3 types of people. I would be, when I was like, I'd like to join, but my budget, I don't know if I can. Those are the people who, we offer an option to upgrade. So if you're like, I really want to join, I really want to be TSA, it's really cool, but I can't afford right now, you can join at like Kosher Business. And as long as you upgrade within a certain time window that we have, you can upgrade to first class and not have to pay it all over again. Makes sense? But that's a really nice thing for them to do. So that option is there for those people who are B. If you're A, all in, go for it, sign up, first class, let's go, millionaire baby, you're the A. And then some people are C. Maybe you just want to be a customer. Maybe you just really want to save money on a lot of the things that you like to do. And maybe by saving money, you also refer some of your funds to, like me or whoever that you personally got the code from. So they're customers that I see. So it's up for you to decide which one you fall into. And then, yeah, if you are one or two, it's not a complicated process to get started. So you can get started right now, seriously, within 24 hours, less than 24 hours, actually. I was making money within 2 hours. Started up like, okay, here we go. Boom, boom, boom. 2 hours later, I was making money. So here's my website, because you all want to be on my team, right? So here's the website. If you want to join, it's basically megro.iboomerang.com. Basically my name, iboomerang.com. Do not put the @ symbol. I had somebody do that. There's no @ symbol. It's a dot. Okay? And then once you get started, I'm going to know, and I'm going to reach out to you, and I'm going to be on you, because you are not going to be alone in this business. We have a huge team that all work together to help everybody, even people you don't even know. And so that's really important, because you're only as successful as your community. So she thing, right? So that's really important. So if you're interested, this is pretty much the end of it. Yeah, this is the end of it. All right. So yeah, so if you're interested, definitely either go on the website, or you can send me a message. Or if you don't know me, then whoever you got the video from, reach out to them, because they probably found a way. Otherwise, you can find me on Facebook at Megro Nation, NATION. Otherwise, thank you. I really appreciated you coming out for this recording. I hope I didn't speak too fast. I know I'm a really fast talker, but it is what it is. And I look forward to meeting you and hearing from you and making millionaires out of all of us. Yay! Thank you.